In the metals quadrant, copper has a pretty big up day, up 2.7% from the close of yesterday to the high of today, finishing up a little bit more than 2.5%. Biggest up day we've seen since about July 10th, and erasing all plus more of the last 2 days of sell-offs. And that really started late yesterday when you got toward the lows. There was a bit of a buy up, pushing that kind of higher and leaving a long tail on a candlestick chart, which can be a buy signal for some different strategies. There was quite a bit of volume when that happened as well. Not really sure what the cause of that was midday yesterday, but it was a pretty big up move off of the lows, and it has continued today. Reduced tensions is part of what's driving the copper move, as well as all the other risk assets that we saw rally today, including iron ore and the equity markets themselves and crude oil to a certain degree. We have the reduced tensions in Hong Kong, as the political leader of Hong Kong, Carrie Lam, said that she was going to have the extradition law that was supposed to be voted on, where Hong Kong citizens can be extradited to mainland China, taken off the docket. One of the main things that the protesters were complaining about in their protests, one of their main demands, was getting rid of that extradition law, or the vote for that extradition law. And then the dollar was weaker as well. Biggest sell-off we've seen in the dollar in quite some time, over 0.5%, biggest since mid-August. And that really came down to support, so it's not really a technical move lower in the dollar as much as it is sort of a sell-off from highs. That also began late day yesterday. We got a new high in the dollar index and then a sell-off in toward midday, and it continued in today. But it really came down to some support levels. You saw the likelihood of a 50 basis point rate cut by the Fed and the CME Fed watch tool creep up just a little bit versus yesterday, only about 6.8% as I speak to you right now. But that inverse relationship helped give copper a little bit more of a bid.